Here with Wheaton College softball coach Rachel Powers, gearing up for the 2015 season. Coach, before we start talking about some of the players on the roster and goals and expectations, let's just talk about preseason. How did fall ball in the past couple of weeks of preseason go so far?
Fall ball was great. Certainly exciting getting our team back together after a pretty good season last year. Team, I think, that gelled very well. They played very well in the field. We played Division 1, 2, and 3 team on our play date and did a lot of great things. So it went very well. Coming into our preseason here, certainly riding a high from that. But, a little choppy with the snow, but everyone's in the same boat. So we're just looking to get in a groove and continue on where we've left off.
Coach, talk about the schedule a little bit. We'll start first with the Florida trip, then I'll ask you about the remaining regular season schedule. Definitely some high-powered regionally and nationally ranked teams in the Florida trip. Can you just talk about that trip in a few weeks for us?
Yep, we're playing what I consider a monster schedule. Some teams that we have played in the past, teams we played last year down there, and teams that are nationally, regionally ranked. It's a great way to start our preseason to see where we match up. We moved over to this tournament to play tougher competition on purpose because coming back up here, our conference is very strong along with all of our non-conference opponents. So we're looking for that. We're looking to go play some really good teams, and we've got them.
Coach, just talk about the remaining schedule for a little bit here, playing against Tufts, Rick, UMass Boston, some of the non-conference teams, and obviously, like you said, NUMAC is always going to be tough. Just talk about that schedule a little bit.
Yep, NUMAC definitely, the last 2 or 3 years, top to bottom, is anybody's going to win a game. You have no idea who it's going to be. It's not a given, which again is great. You want competition every day. So, and some teams that were unexpected last year came right in there and competed really well. So, our non-conference schedule as well, we continue to look for teams that are tops of their conference to play them, and we had them going into the last couple of years, and played one game with Tufts last year, played them real tight, thought we had them, but it was a great game. Lost by a run, so we look to pick them up this year, and that's a huge game to add to our schedule, knowing they're two-time national champions. So it's a great benchmark for our team to play with and know that we can compete with them, and that's what we're looking to do, is just compete day in and day out.
Coach, can you break down the roster a little bit, at least from an offensive, defensive, and pitching standpoint? Obviously, last year, team was definitely on the high end of the offensive spectrum, and then the pitching kind of came around and did that as well and got the team to the NCAA tournament. So can you just kind of break down this year's team, at least in those 3 phases? Starting on the mound, it's our 2 seniors who we're looking for some great things from as far as leadership and experience. Also at the plate, they bring a bat to the plate as well. Offensively, and we're still looking to be where we were last year. I think we still have a lot of solid at-bats throughout our entire lineup. We've got some speed. Certainly losing some of our power players as far as a regional American and an all-conference player, 15-win pitcher, and our entire senior class was able to add some things, great things to our program. It's not easy losing anyone, but each year, the last couple of years, we've been able to add and build, and that's what we're continuing to look to do. We've got a large number of middle sophomore juniors, and they're a good core as far as being large numbers, and then bringing in a smaller freshman class, but looking to add to that strength, really. Coach, another strength on your team is the leadership. It just doesn't stop with your 2 captains. Can you just talk about that for a little bit?
Yep. Certainly, it was only 2 seniors. It's small at the top, but not small in their ability or their drive on the field. Our captains, as well as our just upperclassmen in general, have really bought in, and they want it. So they're out here every day. They're doing extra. They're keeping our team standard where it needs to be, and they're working hard for it.
Coach, can you just talk about goals and expectations? Last question for you. Obviously a deep run in the NUMAC tournament last year and a nice run in the NCAA tournament. Can you just talk about now how you shift from last year to this year, what the goals and expectations will be?
We're certainly looking to be where we were, if not better, but last year's over, unfortunately, and it doesn't mean we're getting there. So we got to work for every inch that we get, and that's what we're looking to do every day in practice. So we're aiming for one game at a time to continue to win and do your job that day. Of course, we want it to lead to top of the NUMAC and into the NCAAs again, but it's one game at a time.
All right, thanks, Coach, and good luck this season.
Thank you.